Hello, as already mentioned to you, today I want to speak with you about the subject of World War II and hear any stories from you. So the first question is, did someone enlist into the war?
Yes, many of us actually. We didn't exactly choose it. Some volunteers, others were drafted. In my case, it was a mix of I don't know, that kinda strange feeling. If I don't go, who will? We are thinking about glory. We are thinking about protecting our family, our village, our country.
So, is it all? So the second question will be, what marked you the most in the war?
To be honest, it wasn't just the battles. It was the silence after the explosion. When you realize who isn't anymore, where is my brother? The eyes of civilians, especially the children who didn't ask nothing. They see all this shit. The endless exhaustion, Like I was always tired. We were all tired. The kind that settled deep down like in your bones. And something I will always remember. And the one who didn't die, but the one still today, is the brotherhood. That unbreakable bonds that only you can create it during this situation. So, what marked me the most wasn't really the fight itself, it was all other stuff I described you before.
Oh, yeah, very interesting. So the first question will be, did you know somebody or did you have a story about the genocide of the Jewish people?
Yes, that's actually what struck me the most, more than anything. I knew something was happening, but we didn't, and I think nobody ever would understand the scale of it. When we discovered some of the guns, the smell, the hollow faces, the corpses, the barakas, there are no words. It wasn't war anymore. It was proof of what humanity become when it gives itself over the high threat. That's when many of us families understood what we're truly fighting for.
Oh, yeah. So for the fourth question, when did you come back at home after the war? How did life feel?
Coming home was almost as strange as going to war. People expected us to be relieved, happy. I don't know what they expected, but ready to start over. But you don't know to step out of that world and suddenly become the person you were before. The streets were familiar, but my kid, it wasn't for me. I felt older, even when I was still young. The hardest part was pretending everything was normal. You smile, you shake hands, but inside, you're still hearing echoes about this fucking nightmare.
Oh, yeah. So for the fifth question, did you talk about what you experienced?
No, almost none of us did. Not because we wanted to hide it, but because we didn't think anyone would truly understand. And honestly, we wanted the others to keep their innocence. We had already lost ours. It took decades before people started asking questions, before we finally felt allowed to speak.
Okay. So, was there anything that helped you heal after the war?
Why? Good question. Nobody really cares about us, thanks to your question. I don't know, maybe small things, routine, work, family, hearing you laughter again, planting something and watching it grows. After, you can't imagine, kid, but after so much destruction, creating even one tiny place of life felt like a victory. But healing is a big word. You don't forget. You just learn to live with the memories so they don't crush you.
If you could send one message to younger generation, what would it be?
Never think that hatred appears overnight. It starts small. Small words, small ideas, small prejudice, then grows when good people look away. Freedom isn't inherited. It protects every day by the choice we make, how we treat others, how we speak, what we tolerate. If my generation fought for anything, it's this, that you never have to sin what we saw. Do you understand?
Yeah, I understand. During the war, did you ever think you wouldn't make it back home?
Many times. There were days when every step felt like gambling with your life. You step thinking long term. You focus on the of the next hour, the next night, the next morning. Hope becomes something very, very small, almost fragile. But the small flame is what keeps us moving forward.
Oh, what was daily life like on the front?
Honey, it wasn't constant fighting like people imagine, but it was long time ago. I don't remember, but it was mostly waiting, and that was almost worst. Cold boots, wet uniforms, the smell of mud and fuel and shit, letters from homework, treasure. A piece of bread shared with a friend could feel like a feast. And at night, you listen to the sounds around you, wondering which one would be the last.
Oh, yeah, okay. Did you lose some close friends at war?
Yes, too many. You go to a bar with strangers. You don't know nothing about them. But somehow, at the end, you become brother faster than you expect. And when one of them doesn't make it, it hurts in a way you still struggle to explain. There is a guilt that follows you. The question, Why him and not me? That one never leaves.
Oh, it's very hurts. Is there a moment from the war you never forgot?
Yes. The day we liberated a small village in Europe. People come out from hiding, thin, scared, but the most important, alive. A woman put her baby in my arms. I remember that and started crying in my arms too with the baby. I didn't understand her language, but I understood her tears. In that moment, I realized that even if war shows the worst of humanity, it also reveals the best in small, fragile moments like that.
Oh, did the war change how you see life?
Absolutely. After the war, I stopped taking small things for granted. A warm meal, a quiet night, someone smile, a door that opens, a sense of being kicked in. You understand how precious peace is only when you lived without it.
Oh, so that's all. Thank you very much for participating in my interview. I very appreciate that. Goodbye.